You had a team meeting last night. What was your overriding message to the guys?
Basically, this is a week of celebration, looking back, being reflective on all the success we've had, but also getting it primed for preparation going forward to Rio next summer.
The working assumption is that LeBron probably is not going to decide about Rio until after the coming NBA season, but what kind of communications have you had with him so far about playing next summer?
Well, he will be in town during the course of this week. He won't be participating in practices to the best of my knowledge. He has some major commitments back in Cleveland. He knows he has a spot if he wants to perform, and I believe deep down inside he does. And I would expect that he will be playing for us next summer. But, you know, we have a whole season ahead of us, and a lot of things could happen during the course of an NBA season. Contracts, injuries, etc. So we'll play it by ear. The good news is we're deep enough that we should be able to withstand losing a couple of guys.
You've got Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony making comebacks of sorts later today. How reassuring is that in your position a year after the Paul George situation?
You know, it's exciting to see the look in their eyes. I mean, I noticed that last night in terms of Kevin Durant. He looks like he's ready. He says, I'm ready to play. And that's exciting. That wasn't the case a year ago when we went through the fiasco. Carmelo looks ready too. You know, he's going to be limited in terms of what he can do coming back from injury. But those two guys are people who have been great international players, and they've made major contributions to USA basketball.
You've made no secret of the fact that this is going to be a low-intensity, no-contact kind of a week. How much of that is a byproduct of what happened to Paul George last summer?
It really isn't any byproduct at all. It's more that we do not have any competition to prepare for this summer. This is really what I phrased earlier, and that is a get-together, a recommitment going forward of all the players who have been involved in USA basketball. And quite honestly, Mark, when you think of 34 players showing up in this kind of a setting to indicate their commitment, that's pretty exciting.
You said it. You've got 34 guys in town. If LeBron and Carmelo and Chris Paul and Durant, the guys who played in London, if they want to come back, and all your guys from Spain from last summer want to play, how on earth are you going to get down to 12? You can only take 12 to Rio. How are you going to cut this roster down to 12?
Well, I guess the best answer is I have until next summer at this time before that decision has to be made. It's going to be very, very difficult. In fact, the message I have for the players this morning is really about the significance of being part of the national pool. And if we have 25 players in our national pool, that's significant enough to say I'm one of the elite.
Good luck this week.
Thank you, Mark.